Oh,
We're gonna look at it's. I mean, we looked at more of the same, so that's nice.
cool. All righty.
And here's a cheat sheet, by the way.
Link in the Slack, please.
It's in the syllabus.
Super.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff in here in the syllabus.
Cool. We got our failure. We've created a totally new class that we're testing out. All right, cool. So now we're gonna make it pass. We're probably gonna have to take that it off or comment it out for a moment. Yeah. And again, we just do just enough code that's gonna make it pass because we can always update it. There. So that passed because we have created our class. All right. We know that eventually this class is going to hold a collection of TV shows. So we want to test that property of this class. So yeah, it has to do in. So we are going to create a new object. We can just call it, fave list and instantiate a new class with the new method. And what we're expecting the value of the fave list that we can call this shows or I was just gonna go to an spec on that, but were you about to? So the dot shows need to be inside, yeah, with that. Awesome. And in this case, we're gonna allow an array to collect everything. So we're expecting that this is going to be an array. So dot to be it's gonna be underscore a. And another thing you can use if you're worried about the English saying the and with your vowels, or yeah, it can be B and or BA. So either one works. Yeah, you got your spec. Cool. All right. That's going to be enough right now because there's not going to be anything living in there until we. So we got good failure. It didn't show a fail example. Huh. Okay, has a collection to use. I see it now. You're good. All righty. So now we're going to make it pass. So I am going to tell it. I need my getter setter method that I'm going to use with my accessor attribute accessor. And we called it shows. Yeah. And I'm going to have my initialize method. And we have assigned it. Yeah, right now. Yes, an empty array is suffice. We're just telling it. We're going to have a place to collect all the shows eventually. Cool. Alrighty, so now we want to actually see some shows in this collection. So it has shows in the collection. So I need to, if I'm going to be testing out another attribute, I was going to make a new, or we can have it here too. That's fine. Let's build it out. Oh, I would have been okay with it there, but what would you like to do? Pair partner. Just keep it in here. Cool. All right, so we already have a new instance, so fave list. So now I'm going to, first I need to create a bunch of shows. Still on the arrangement. So let's create about 3 shows. We're gonna have variables. We can call it fave 1, fave 2, or show 1, show 2.
Can I get some shows from the crowd? Can I get Sam,
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Cody, we got Pokemon, and Brooke.
Transformers.
Transformers, Pokemon, and what else?
There's a show called Ed, Ed, and Ed.
Ed, Ed, and Eddie. I literally talked to a guy named Ed, but he had 2 D's. I was like, oh, double D. And he's just like, what? I'm like, never mind, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Hang on. Okay, so we had Transformers, Robots in Disguise. We have Pokemon, and we have Ed. Wait, Ed?
You want to put
Ed.
add 3? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's how it looks.
And they're all going to be objects, and we create those new objects with the new method with our class name. Awesome. All right, so we have our shows. Now we want to have a method that's going to add those shows. We can call it add show, I think. What do you think? Oh, still in the test. Sorry. We're just gonna finish that out. So we can say my what's the name? Fabulous. Yeah, fabulous dot, yeah. And then follow it with those names, transformers, with that variable. Yeah. Cool. So we're saying this custom method is going to add the name, those different shows, those different objects into this array. And again, this is just looking at when I do my method call, it's going to output this. So this test is just simply looking at the data and the output, the input, output. And now our Rspec, we're expecting the values. We're just gonna look at the values. So the value of my fave list dot inside the brackets of dot shows. Yeah, those values. And we're going to use a metric called to contain exactly. So dot to space contain underscore exactly. Because we've added this. So yes, right there. And in parentheses, it's going to take the arguments of each of those transforming Pokemon, Ed, Eddie. And in this case, we don't have to put the data type of the array. We just need to tell it that it's going to contain. So we're saying the values or the inside of here are Transformers, Pokemon, Ed, Eddie. So take the square brackets off.
Oh. Wow.
So it's just simply saying we're expecting the content within our array to be those objects. Is the index of the array. All right. So yeah, we only have 2 tests and one of the tests has failed now. All righty, now over on Fab Show. So we need to add this custom method. And yeah, methods are going to live under the initialize. So def and in, because we are expecting okay, yeah, you can do at shows. And we're going to use that shovel method.
Operator.
Or operator. Thank you.
No, I'm unmuted.
So the parameter, we need to specify a parameter. We are expecting an object. We can call it yeah, item, series, wherever, but show works too. And then we're telling it, yeah, this variable, this instance variable, our array, we want you to push this object into, or yeah, push this parameter inside of that array.
For who else is show the English word losing all meaning right now? I'm like looking at this and like show like is like melting, like the word SHOW is melting in my brain.
So if you want to put series or something in there just to change
Maybe
it up.
maybe we'll do series. That does sound nice. Series. SIE? I before E?
SERI.
SERI.
RI. Swap your RIs.
I before E except in every other circumstance.
So SERI.
SERI.
Yeah.
Got it. Just don't understand English. That's fine. It's only my main language.
Cool.
I
And ta-da! All right. Any questions?
I have a question. So do we have to make a file for each class, like a spec file for each class?
You can, okay, so it's best practice to separate, just to separate your the concerns. Because if do you see how many lines that my fab show describe block took and then the other lines? So if I'm failing, I just wanted to be failing with that class. That's my concern right now, is my fab show class. And then on the other file, my concern was my TV show class. But you can build, if you're going to be switching the classes, you would have to make another describe block for it, but you can put it under the same file. However,
can.
it's just best practice to separate those concerns. What do you have to say, Austin, about that?
Yeah. Can you put everything in the one file? You bet. Look how complicated it is just with what little code we've already made, though. Can we do everything in one line? You bet. There's somebody who wrote a programming language where everything is then literally just one line. Technically, JavaScript works that way too. You can do everything in JavaScript in one line.
And if you wanted to see those objects, I think Austin did a print. You can print it. It's kind of similar to your console logs if you want to see this. Yeah, but that's about it.
I put it inside of the notes here. Inside of your test, you can print anything you want at any time.
And what would happen if we were trying to write a test for a class that had inheritance? Would that just live on one?
That's actually a great question. Yeah, generally speaking, you're gonna want to throw that class, even though it's inheriting from another class, into another file. So it's gonna have its own set of tests. And you'll have to require, I think, its parents as well. We will take a look at that. Cat tender testing with Cat tender Rspec testing, week 8.
Yeah,
We'll
I
take a
know
look
we
at that, I think, week
looking
8.
at.
But yeah, that's a great question. That's really good foresight. All right.